I know I say this every time it's my own version of good morning anymore, but I hope the audio's right. You know, audio problems, they just, oof. I do, all the time. Oh my. But that aside, good morning. Hope you're all doing well today. I couldn't sleep, so here we are doing some Quickie World. And then probably going to have that transition to herding. It's almost 8. Yeah. Probably do this for a bit, then do that. We got really far in here last time. We got to level 6. 2.5 hours we got to level 6, which was where I was stuck at last time, but that was after a few days. It was crazy. I was playing much better, but last time level 6 was the one we got stuck on. That's what we're on now. So with me playing better, I'm kind of interested to see how I'm going to do this time. But like I said, this is the one that we ran into last time that we just couldn't get past. So not getting my hopes up, but we're going to do our best. Oh God, coffee's just wonderful. All right. Hopefully the game's not too loud or I see. I don't know. I know it gets irritating. I'm mad about it too. Recently, my OBS screwed up the audio for like everything. It all just got really messed up. So I think I fixed the microphone so I can be picked up now. But I don't know what the game sounds like. So I apologize if it's not right. But I think it is. If anything, I think it should be a little quiet. But, yeah, I don't know. Alright, Tower of Power. Difficult part here is up until now each level has a midway checkpoint. And there's no lives, so essentially each of these levels is just 2 tiny levels that happen to share a theme. This one you have to do in one shot, so this is twice as long as we've had to go before reaching a checkpoint. That's what really gets us. But I made it to the very end once. One jump away. Messed that jump up really hard. But, you know, a lot of this game is hard to do the first try. If I would have pulled that jump off the first attempt, I would have been surprised. So let's see. Good start. I vaguely remember this. It's at the very least there are a few things I was doing wrong originally, and a few tricks I learned to make this whole process easier. So hopefully it'll be easier for us. Big, good morning. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well today. Very early. Ouch. Okay, we're gonna get there. I believe in us. Whoop, well, we grabbed the block that time. Alright, good. If you start the level holding run, he does that. So you need to start the level, wait for that switch to be hit, and then hold down run. Like, that being said, though, like, I was saying this last stream when you guys couldn't hear me because of audio problems. I have a blast playing this. This is so much fun. It is. This is one of the easiest Kaizo ROM hacks. The community apparently calls them Kaizo Light. So they're not nearly as hard as the standard stuff, but it's a good one to get into if you're just starting. But that being said, for me at my skill level, this is like this is just right for me, because I'll spend a chunk of time on each level, but I'm always like real close to like it is. Yeah, I have a lot of like when you beat a level. Oh, my. It's a great feeling. I'm gonna die a bunch, but yeah, it's like it's just hard enough where like if I like you throw a lot of lives into it, I channel all of my inner power. I managed to pull it off, and it's just very satisfying. Oh, of course. I didn't think you had that much hot sauce on hand, but I mean, you do whatever you feel like you need to do in your heart. So that's the thing. I said you need to wait for the switch to be hit. That's not entirely true. Because if you're still on top of the switch when you hold run, he'll pick up the switch even though it has been pressed. So he won't be able to spin jump because he'll be holding something still. So I said you need to wait for the switch to be pressed. That's not actually true. You need to wait for him to be off of the switch. Otherwise, he will not spin jump, and that ball and chain will just clobber you. Right. That buzzsaw there is what has given us trouble, like, for whatever reason, as long as I played this last time, I just could not get that buzzsaw, like, but I've been playing better than I was before, so like, yep, so that's an example of, you see how he grabbed the switch, couldn't spin jump. It's frustrating, but it is at the very beginning of the level, so it's like, you know. Unfortunate. Ooh, nope. Speaking of unfortunate, I'm having to do this whole process with a joystick, which is very not ideal, but with this emulator, for whatever reason, if you use the D-pad, you can't do diagonal. So, if you jump, it has to be straight up and down. That doesn't help. It helps less than you think it would. Ah. Unfortunate. That was a very tight timer too. So screwing up like that, there's no way I was gonna get that. I'm not. This is about right. I mean, it's reassuring because this is about as far as I got last time. I could pretty consistently do that, and then I would either die on these ledges or to the buzzsaw. And that was where, like, as far as I got last time. So I'm like starting out there. And I don't know if it's like muscle memory or if I have been playing better, but it's been really fun. A little bit, but we've been having a lot of fun doing this. I'm on level 6, so like, we're managing. But also, Code, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you. Happy Friday. I need to start spin jumping through there. I'm just not. And up until now, we've gotten lucky. And that's an example of our luck running out. Isn't it Friday? I thought it was. It's Friday. Big, you're killing me. You had me questioning whether or not it was actually Friday. You know I have a tenuous grasp of time on the best of days. Mmm. You guys are killing me. Don't. You're. Oh God, you're making me question what my brain's telling me. That's very not pleasant. Okay. Oh, spin. Ah, you have to be so fast through there. Wow. I paused for just a moment. Oh my God. It is called Quickie World. That is true. Oops. So we were doing pretty alright. I did this I did a stream of this an amount of time ago. I don't know exactly how much time, but some time in the past. Like I said, we knocked out the first 5 levels. And then we ended up at this beast, and I called it because this is the one that got us hung up last time. Ouch. Yeah, I do believe. I fall asleep at weird times. When you start falling asleep at noon, it's just it's hard to keep track of days. So I don't know how long ago that was. I've been taking weird 2-hour naps several times a day, so it just makes the whole time business strange. But we did the first 5 levels last stream, and I was averaging a half hour a level, so it was it was really nice. Hey, I figured it would. I got to assume it's not as hard as Dark Souls, right? Oops. I don't know. I know there's a little bit more mechanics. Like, isn't there like a hook shot or something, right? And as old as I am, the way my brain works, there's just way too many buttons. You know what I mean? Back in my day code, we had a jump button, and that was it. You want to do anything else besides jump? Well, too bad. That didn't scare me in the least. I've been lied to before, code. I'm okay with it. All right. You underestimate my ability to grind things. I will figure out a way through the power of grinding. Through the power of grinding, anything's possible, even in a game without stats. Catch me grinding. It's the solution to every problem. Ah! This ledge part is just, it's so tight. It is so tight. You gotta jump immediately when you land. Oh God! All right. Okay. Appreciate it, Big. All right, we can do this, you guys. I believe in us. All of us together, our powers combined. I mean, that is a. I like that way of doing it because I've always been a really big fan of RPGs, like usually turn-based, but RPGs. And I like setting challenges for myself. I'm sure you've noticed in games. It's hard to do with an RPG because you can get around any problem just by grinding a lot, right? Like, I can or can't do that. Oh, okay, just I'll grind to level 100 is no longer an issue, right? It's like, it makes setting challenges for yourself really tough. So that kind of thing removes level and stats from the equation. It's a much purer challenge. I respect that. Respect the heck out of that. I've done similar things. If you're at all familiar with Mario RPG, I grinded to max level in the starting area. Admittedly, it's only max in that game is only 25, I believe. But still, that same spike. That spike's putting in the work. Bowser needs to give that spike a raise. Like, look at him, all alone by himself. And then look at this row of them. Posers, all of them. Useless. Unnecessary. Oh, that's embarrassing. Got something in my eye, though. It's a sneeze. Okay, whoop. Oh, alright. Oh, speaking of grinding, though, I actually just recently went back and I did some more Final Fantasy V. That was the Final Fantasy on stream that I was grinding a bunch on. I don't know if you guys remember that. I went back and I'm like, I'm so brokenly strong. I forgot all the grinding I did. I've maxed out every job class, all of them. Oof. We're brokenly strong. It's hilarious. So I love that. My objective is to beat the final boss before he can have his first turn. And I don't know if that's physically possible, but I'm going to try. Because that's what I did to Kefka in Final Fantasy VI. Ooh! It really just depends. See how many attacks I can get off. Oops. Because in Final Fantasy VI, with all of our gear and skills and spells and everything, we had... Well, my full team went first, before he did. So that's 4 characters. And 3 of them went twice. And 1 of them went 4 times, because of skills and abilities. So we had 10 actions before Kefka's first turn. So I just cast Ultima on him 10 times. I say 10 times, he didn't survive until the end. I don't actually remember how many Ultimas it took. But that spell does max damage, 9,999 every time. So we just hit him with that right in the face. And it was wonderful because he's the final boss in RPG, so he went on this whole expository I am a god and you are not but insects in front of me. And then we just butchered him before he could even move. It was just, oh god, so satisfying. It made all those weeks of grinding totally worth it. Oops. Be alright. Drinking coffee. I wasn't expecting to be great at this right now. I'm very tired. I couldn't fall asleep, but I'm also full of sleeping pills, so that's what the coffee's helping me with. That's the thing. It's such a precise jump. Now I'm pulling back too early, and I did that last time too. Psyching myself out, and once you start doing that, it's very hard to get out of that habit. I was doing that in level 2 for a while. You notice that platform falls really fast? So you need to jump like immediately once you land on it. But the thing is, it's like such a short window for jumping. If you push the jump button slightly sooner, he's still in the air, so it just eats your input, and that is why that happens. He even did the jump that time. That spiky boy. That bugle. Don't they look like bugles? They do. The same way I always thought these brown blocks, they always reminded me of like fudge sickles. That was so much easier to get this time. Because I've gotten up there before, and as fast as I was going, I couldn't reach the buzzsaw in time. This time I had to pull back a little bit because I was about to overshoot it. I've got to think, for whatever reason, the screen didn't scroll up as fast this time. You'll see sometimes I'll jump up on this switch right below me, the second switch, and sometimes the screen's not fully up all the way. And I don't know what causes that to happen, but if I could get it to do that every time, this would be much easier. I just do not know what causes that. I think it's just me doing it fast enough. The screen doesn't have it. Like, look at that. I could have stood there for a second. Like, look at that. That's what I mean. It depending on how the screen feels like scrolling, it varies so much. I had an opportunity just to stand there for a second. I was just panicking. Alright, well. That is very unfortunate, actually. Because so much of this game is, like, precise down to the fraction of a second. Having something like that be random. Wow. Like that. There we go. The screen didn't go up. That was another good one. Okay, we can do this. I'm still waking up. This is doable. So I think if you go fast enough, the camera just doesn't have time to scroll up for a moment. Yeah. That makes this whole thing a lot easier. It's just by the time I get to that part, I get panicked and I rush. And I run into the bugle. The snack, not the instrument. Before, like, midway through the air, I knew that was going to happen. I didn't land on the block and then go too far. I jumped too far. Yeah. That's rough. That block seems slippery. It's just, Mario has a bit of momentum, and it is a one block space. So it's like, normally on a single block like this, like use this one for example, the one I'm on, you could walk like a good bit, like before you fall off. Like there, I would still be on. So if it's a single space block, you got plenty of room to work with. It's just that you don't, because one side of it, the side you're going towards, instant death. So like the spike's hitbox is being very aggressive. But I mean, Mario does have a little bit of momentum, but like I really should be able to pull that off. See, I mean, it does. Well, I'm gonna forgive myself. This is very difficult, right? I'm not gonna beat myself up for not getting it. It is spicy, but you do need to just nail it. Like you need to go just far enough, and sometimes like I don't go far enough. Sometimes I hit the spike. It's a tricky one. So the furthest we've got, and And that saw blade has always been an issue. I've gotten on there a few times before the last time I did this. It's just, for whatever reason, riding that saw blade is just... I cannot get him to go along with the saw blade. It's very frustrating for me. I feel like you get this eventually. It really does just come down to practice, experience. I'd be willing to wager your reflexes are probably better than mine. But like, this is just... I've been doing this for a long time. Experience, I'll tell you, like... Man. Like, you get further than you have been, and I panic, and I just, yeah. Alright, I mean, we did make progress. We made progress. Dark Souls 2. I've never played 2. I've heard it's not great. Shiny was saying something about how, like, you aggro groups of enemies or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but there's some issue with it that made it a little cheaper than the Dark Souls 1. I've only ever played Dark Souls 1. But I am a big fan of Dark Souls 1. It is a very fun game to grind. It is satisfying. I've heard that, yeah. Have you done all 3 then? I believe you have, right? All 3, and then you went to Sekiro? Not sure if you did Demon Souls. You've been blazing through those games, honestly. It's very impressive. We're getting there. It is... like, we just need to break through this buzzsaw and the dry bones. Because after that, it's actually very straightforward. Just after you get past the dry bones, it's like the pressure is on. The bit that's after them isn't nearly as hard. It's just by then you're like, oh god. Okay, just Sekiro. I gotcha. I have heard Sekiro's a lot of fun too. But I'm kind of a weeb, so the whole, like, samurai thing, kinda. Yeah. Oops. But no, Code, if you ever feel like going back to Dark Souls 1, I will introduce you to some of my favorite grinding spots. I'm actually very excited about that. I've got a few choice locations that, let me just tell you, primo grinding. Oof. Consider myself a connoisseur of video game grinding spots. So, if you remember back when we got to the dry bones, there's those block platforms. You go up those, and then you go past like 2 thwomps that are really just kind of like there. I think you have to spin jump off of them, but they're just like up there. And then there's a falling platform that you need to jump off of to touch the end of the level, and that's the end of the level. So while we're not like very slow progress on this, and we are consistently getting around there, like the steps at least. Oops. We're actually very close to the end. It's just like the barrier that we're hitting is a very tough barrier. But we're near the end. And this is the castle level of World 1. Like, this one's meant to be more difficult. So I'm not surprised. that is actually fine. The more chances we get on that saw blade, more practice. We'll get better at it. You're not, I mean, like, because the beginning part here, I'm able to do over and over and over again. Like, you get practice in it. That saw blade, I'm on it so rarely. I don't have time to learn how it feels, you know, like muscle memory. There are only 2. I think there's like 12 to 14 levels. This is number 6. It's a short, well, from my knowledge of Kaizo hacks, they're about that, but sometimes people will make them like really long. But typically, I'm finding they're in the teens. But this is, I guess you could treat this as the midway point of the game. Because there's 2 worlds and this is the end of World 1. And it's the first major obstacle. I say, I'm not trying to downplay the difficulty of the past levels. I'm not trying to sound like I'm really good at this. It's just, this is a significant step up. Everything up until now had like checkpoints. You only had to do half of the level and then you were good. You could just start at that half. So it's like each level was really just 2 tiny levels that shared a theme. Versus this is like no checkpoint, you gotta do it all in one go. That's where the challenge comes in. Well, that's in the buzzsaw. That's also where the challenge comes in. Didn't get the distance we need. What it is I bounced off the saw blade too early. I bonked off the left side of that dry bone instead of the right, so I couldn't make up the distance to the second one. That's rough, but at this point, any time we contact those dry bones, I'm going to count that as a win, because if we can consistently get to the dry bones, then we can just do it over and over again until we get better at it. So it's making progress. Consistently getting to a part that you weren't able to get to before, yeah. And then we had just, okay. I'm sorry, I don't know what you expected. I'm bad at video games. I'm sorry. Coffee time. And then I got a few levels into Quickie World 2. For whatever reason, I decided to start that up instead of doing more of this. But if we do clear out Quickie World 1, I want to go back to 2 because 2 is a lot of fun also. The creator, I think, with a little more experience under his belt, he gets a little more creative. Because this is like cool and all, but it is just like assets put together. In 2, he like does custom, well, like recoloring of things, and it's nothing crazy. As far as I know, it's like no new art assets, but he makes some of those some of the levels look really trippy, really cool. There's an underground level that I'm really fond of. The entirety of the level is like dark blues and like purples, and just the look of the level is really cool. That's rough. That's rough for more reasons than you would think, because you can't, when you're moving along on that saw blade, you can't just high jump whenever you want. You're limited to do a high jump only when he contacts the saw blade. So it goes tap, 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 tap. You can only perform that high jump whenever there's a tap. And normally it wouldn't matter, like they're very close, but like with this kind of precision, if you attempt to do a high jump when he's off of the saw blade, you'll jump off later than you expected, and it's just screwy. I promise I'm not trying to make mistakes. Like, this is very doable. I'm just screwing up, so I'm not trying to make it sound like that. I'm just trying to let you guys know exactly what's happening here. mechanically. Give you guys a little more information about what I'm doing, because you can watch, but like there's a lot of really little things that can go unnoticed that are happening. We've been doing pretty well actually. When I did this the first time, it took me a while to get to that midpoint switch. Like, it took me a while to get to that midpoint switch actually. And still doing stuff like that though. It's alright, it's fine. We're gonna die a bunch, that's just how this goes. You just need one good attempt. I'm never gonna do this deathless, you know. It's just if at any point we pull this off, I don't care how many times we died, I'm gonna be proud of it, you know. Yeah, exactly. Like Lay's potato chips, you can't eat just one, you know what I mean? Or something, right? It has nothing to do with anything. Oh, that must have been so close. I even stopped holding to the right just slightly because I thought I was barely on. Oh well, sorry. Practice. There's a part, big code, I don't know how much of this you caught the last time I did this, but there's that forest level that I spent a very long time on. The final stretch, the thing that I spent like, it had to have been a couple hours on that final stretch. I first tried it, and that is such a bold claim. If I didn't have video evidence, I wouldn't say it even if it was true. Like, if I could know in my heart it's true. I still wouldn't tell you because you have no reason to believe me. That's how ridiculous it is. But it's in the VOD, like, it's wacky. I just did it. I still don't understand. Alright. I mean, God, that'd be atrocious. You just wouldn't be able to learn anything. One attempt a day, you would never get better. That's the thing. Like centuries, you would never get better if you do it once per day. I refuse to believe you ever would. That was the perfect timing. The buzzsaw was as far right as I needed. Mario just moved slightly left. If only I had some way to control that. That was like beautiful. Like, that was given to me. It was like handed to me. The conditions were perfect for that jump. Mario do be causing problems. You were there for Chaos Mario. Oh god, we gotta do more Chaos Mario sometime. Oh Jesus. What did we get last time? 1 star, I think. Whoa, okay. I didn't notice that the screen hadn't scrolled until I was already making that last jump. If you go too fast, you can beat the saw blade here. It's hilarious. Oh my. Alright. I mean, I guess it's practice, going fast. Right. For when I speedrun this, I mean. Oops. It's funny, sometimes you have a run where you get near the end, sometimes you have a run where you just get clobbered by the first obstacle. Life's funny like that. So close. He was touching it. His pixels were touching its pixels. Well, that's the level. Oh my god, my heart. Guys, did you see how much progress we made? Oh god, I'm so happy right now. Did you see that? Oh man. His pixels were literally touching its pixels. Oh, wow. I would love to see what their hitboxes look like just to see exactly how close that was. I'm not even mad. I'm just like, that's actually really, really exciting. Oh, if I would have jumped just like, if I would have jumped frames sooner, I gotta think I would have touched it. Oh, man. Hold on, I gotta collect myself. My heart's racing. That's very exciting. That's the set. Like, that's, I've only ever made it there once, last time. And we've been doing this for 42 minutes. Not even, because I always start these things by talking a lot. Oh, we're doing this, you guys. That saw is still an issue, but like, we did it once. So like, I am capable, apparently. Just gotta do it again. Oh, that is, guys, that's exciting. It's very exciting. Well, I'm excited by it. Right. I need to. I'm getting very excited, and it's. I need to calm down, take a breath. Right. Okay. Gotta stay calm, right? Cool, calm, and collected. Appreciate you, Pig. Didn't get to read your message, but I recognized there was a lurk happening. Okay, hold on. Very important. I was actually showing off a picture you posted of Jackson a little while back. He's adorable, and I love him, and I hope you guys have a nice walk. It's just, as hard as it is to ride that saw blade, what it is, I think I panic and I jump off of it too soon. Because I really don't want to be riding it. Every moment I'm riding that saw blade, disaster could happen. So I jump off of it sooner than I should, and that just causes problems. As long as I can, one, learn how to ride that saw blade consistently, and two, keep from panicking so I jump off at the correct moment, that's very doable. Like that thing with the two dry bones, that's basically a thing that's like, it's the second obstacle in this game. It's very doable. Like nearly identical to the Galumba thing at the beginning. So that's not the hard part, as long as you land on that first one correctly, and that depends entirely on how, when you jump off that saw blade. Well, I'm getting into it. I don't even know if that's good either, because the thing is, these timers are so tight. If I need to wait for that saw blade to fall, those platforms on the right very well could despawn by the time I get up them, just by having to wait that second for the saws. Or if not that, you need to beat the timer to the orb, otherwise you can't get to it. So that's an instance of you need to go slower. That is very weird to think about. can't hold down run when you land on that thing, otherwise that happens. And actually, when I'm on that middle platform there, landing on the second button, I'm not actually hitting the D-pad. I am exclusively jumping and using Mario's forward momentum just to land exactly where I want him to. It is so much more consistent that way. Like, just don't even bother with the joystick, don't touch the run button, just correctly timed jumps. And it works fantastically, assuming I don't start pushing the run button for some reason, even though I know I shouldn't. That spike, I gotta give it a wider berth. I'm just crowding it. That's no good. Oops. They've got a much bigger hitbox than you expect they would, because essentially they're just the same as everything else. They're a block hitbox. It's all that empty space that makes, like, that's them too. Oh my. It's like if you look at those blocks there, essentially they've got the same hitbox as the spikes. I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't already know by telling you that things in Mario are perfect squares. You learn that from Mario Maker. Everything occupies square. Very close. I checked the time in the middle. Oh my god, why would I ever do that? Getting cocky, I need to calm down. I was hoping to have this level beat by the time we did our herding this morning, but we'll see. See how long this takes me. Or if I do it at all, right? At a certain point, if I don't get it, I'll have to stop, right? I have a special herding today picked out. It's a double feature. So hopefully we have a good time. Really? Oh, I knew as soon as I tapped left I screwed up. Oh my. The tiniest adjustments on that saw blade, just the tiniest movement. Oh. And with a joystick, it's just very not great, right? I think I'm making excuses. I don't know. It's just I've never been good at 2D platformers using a joystick. It just feels weird. And normally it's not an issue, but when a game like is this precise, it becomes kind of a problem for me. For me, I like I said, it's a case of me needing to get better. Just something I'm not used to. We got there twice now, though. It's not even near an hour yet. Okay. Still died. That was that two in a row? Oh, Jesus. Guys, come on. Oops. Probably wasn't two in a row, but two very near each other. I may have screwed that up. Do I still got time? Ooh. I was way off there, and like I said, I had to wait for that buzzsaw, so for all I know, that probably just wouldn't have worked anyway, even if I did pull that off. It would have been close. For all I know, I'm making a big deal out of nothing, and that would still be okay. But the fact that we have to wait there, I gotta think is gonna screw up the timing, because the timing on this is very tight. I don't know. Don't know. More coffee. Wonderful. So I mean, with a joystick, you need to push up when you're on top of that square, but like, you go from holding left on the joystick to up, it's just very, it's finicky. The stream's sponsored by Slim Jim. Forgot to tell you guys. Hot beef stick. Spicy. Giraffes! No, they are spotted, thank you. Just really tall leopards. Like stretchy leopards. Code, you know how kids are dumb about stuff oftentimes? When I was a kid, I knew this other kid who pronounced giraffe giraffe, and it was just atrocious. In my heart of hearts, I gotta assume he grew out of it because we're adults now, but maybe not. Like, what if he never grew out of that? How messed up is that? He's out there like driving and voting and stuff. That's scary. Oh god, that's old school internet. Oh jeez. That's funny. I was actually thinking about old memes last night. I was going to post one of them in the Discord, like Success Kid or one of those demotivational posters. Oh god. Introduce the next generation of Boxy. Oh Jesus. No one's ready for that. Really is that saw that's the most difficult thing here, and it's funny because we had to do a similar thing with Torpedo Ted in level 3. God, the Badger song, oh man, Code, that's like the original meme. Oh man. Love that. Back in the day. Back when the internet was invented, probably. I don't know. Well, that was me testing. It was dumb, but I needed to know exactly how far a short spin jump would take me. So there really is no better way to do it. You just gotta bounce off that guy. So you start your jumping at the beginning of that platform, and you bounce off. And just because like you've got to just tap it so you don't hit the ceiling. So for that, the jump you make up there is very precise. It's going to be the exact same jump every time, or else you die. So with that being the case, I needed to know exactly the kind of distance that jump gave me. It's weirdly more difficult than it should be. Landing or bouncing off that thwomp, like you wouldn't think, spin jumping off the top of a thwomp. But you know, we've been up there. What was that, 3 times so far? Yeah, it hasn't even been an hour. We've been up there three times. Another Amber. Good morning. Hope you're doing well today. I appreciate you. Ooh. Fantastic company that you are. Whip, 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 whip. Okay. We're just taking the switch, and I'm taking my P switch. I'm going home. Hey, I'm glad to hear it. It's gonna be a happy day. We're gonna have a nice day. Or else. Well, I say we're gonna have a nice day. We're doing herding here in a little while. So we're gonna see how that goes. I don't see how we don't use the side door. It's like Bowser's got a screen door just like begging. It's got no defenses or anything. I don't even know if he remembers he installed it. Oh no, I'm having a blast. This is, my heart's racing, and I know I like internalize all of my feelings, but believe me, I'm cheesing really hard on the inside right now. I'm like, oof. I've done the same thing like 3 times in a row. I need to take a breath. Be all right. Go back. See how that thwomp has a chunk of him missing? Me too. Oh no, yeah, this has been... The audio quality's garbage, and you can't hear me throughout the entirety of the VOD, which some people might enjoy, I guess. More like that, but you might, yeah. It really just depends if you feel like streams need less of me in them. But the gameplay is still there, and I'm proud of some of the stuff I was pulling off. We knocked out 5 levels of this in 2.5 hours. This one here just happens to be the most difficult one by a good margin. And these aren't like impossible games, like I said. This is some of the easiest Kaizo hacks that you're likely to find. It's like an introductory to Kaizo, but still spicy. It's just bad gameplay. Thank you. Just bad gameplay. Yes. I mean, I agree, but also, ouch. Still agree. Like, bad gameplay without the bad jokes, that's no fun at all, right? I'm joking, it's fine. We're having fun. I feel bad about it. The same thing happened with my most recent herding, the U Testament. Turns out my microphone was all messed up. Like OBS did something, like updated or whatever. It was very not good. So I gotta go back and add closed captions to that 3-hour VOD. Oh god, that's gonna be a slog. But we did have a lot of fun, like I did. It's just, I'm really not looking forward to adding subtitles to a 3-hour video. Yeah, it'll be alright. It was a fun time. I really need to just get a pair of headphones so I can test ahead of time if the audio is working right or not. Because right now I have to use the speaker on my computer. It's very quiet. It's next to impossible to tell if it even sounds anywhere close to being right. So Moonstone was kind enough to gift a bunch of subs yesterday. So I'm most likely going to use that money to get some headphones so I can make sure my audio quality is actually right. When I get money from streaming, I like to put it into things to make the streaming better, right? Or help out with the stream anyway, at least a little bit. Technical stuff or just planning for stuff. That cat costume I got for Spooky July, that was stream money. Call that a business expense. Whoop. Alright. It's in the VOD's gone by now. If you look up I posted a picture of it in the Discord, but I don't know how long ago that was now. But if you go back onto the YouTube channel, not sure if you've been on the YouTube channel. Same name, 3000Bs, one word. There's I've been uploading them there, and there's a couple of them with me in it. But the candy ranking one, I think you get the best look, because for some of those VODs I turned the light off to be more spooky. That one I have the light on, so you get a full view of my wonderful cat costume. Essentially, I just got like some cat ears, a collar, and I painted whiskers on my face. It was wonderful. I had a lot of fun doing that, but there was a lot of technical issues, and I don't think most people enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed it, so I kind of but that's fine, you know. Sometimes you have ideas for streams and they don't always work out. Try different stuff. That's the thing though, because you want to have a variety, but you have to find a sweet spot, because if you do the same thing over and over again, people might get bored. But if you do something new constantly, that invites more room to mess up, because technical problems, a lot of technical problems. I'm thinking in the future I'm going to well, to be fair, I did that. It was 9 p.m. my time, which is 3 a.m. your time. So the reason I did that was because I wanted to start when it was dark out. It's supposed to be a Halloween thing. So, but the VODs are up there, which I know isn't quite the same, but from now on I've been wanting to do single day things instead of week-long, 2-week-long things, because that's just, it seems like there's always technical problems, things never work out right. So smaller things, you know, smaller one-day things. Next one we're probably going to do is, I've been wanting to do a follow-up cooking stream. We did one a while back, and I had people vote in the Discord in regards to, I got several different novelty cookbooks, and I had people, hive mates, vote on which one they wanted to see. So we ended up with the official Mountain Dew cookbook. So our next cooking stream is going to be some Mountain Dew recipes. And I think that sounds like a great idea, or a lot of fun if nothing else. We'll see how the food turns out, but I'm excited about it. That ceiling is right there. Alright, that's the 4th time we got that far. We're right there. That's the 4th time. This thwomp is more of an issue than that last jump. Oh, man. Alright. So I think I really do need to jump closer to him than I thought, because it is a very tiny jump you have to do there. about to go 2 for 2. Mario, bro, I know she's your girlfriend and all. I don't think she's worth all this. Maybe ask Daisy out. She seems to be a nice girl. Maybe Peach isn't worth all this, is all I'm saying. Yeah, you'd think I would have known by now. Anytime I do a long event, it never goes right. We just bonked him off of the ledge. I'm not even mad, that's cool. Well, in the same way Mario and Peach aren't technically dating, I think there's like a kind of romantic back and forth chemistry between Luigi and Daisy, but they're not official either. Pauline does seem really nice, and she's a mayor. She's very responsible. She's got a job. Great singing voice. She seems sweet, but I've always got the vibe of them being just like really good friends, which is weird because they were actually dating when he rescued her in the first place. Actually, now I think about it, they were actually dating. As far as I know now, they went their separate ways and they're just good friends. But also, guys, we did it. Hey, cool beans. Pulled it off. I told you it was going to be any attempt there because like we were hitting that last wall. Like it was just the one last hurdle we had to get over. And it was a steep hurdle, but like we were just running into it over and over again. Yes, we did. I'm proud of you, all of you. Fantastic job. We've made progress. I've never been this far before. Last time I did this, we couldn't get past the Tower of Power. Yeah, beat it. Just now, actually. Burning yo-yo made of diamonds. Well, if your yo-yo is burning, you gotta make it out of diamonds. Otherwise, they'll ruin the yo-yo. All right. Watch me just do it again. Oh God, I'm gonna. Oh, all right. I was gonna give it one more try just to see because that would have been hilarious, right? Oh God, that would have been it. I would have signed off. You would have never heard from me again because there's no topping that. The ultimate go out on a high. But it wasn't meant to be. All right. This is now new territory for me. I've seen all of that level before. We just never beat it. So this is new. I apologize, I'm taking a second. I'm celebrating internally. I'm ecstatic right now. Oh. Give me a moment to process these feelings. Oh, I am dying to see the next level. It's the anticipation makes it better though. Ooh. Really savor it. You beat a level in this game, it is a moment to celebrate. That's what we're doing right now, celebrating. It is very important. You do need to hydrate. Also, why does Bowser have a neon sign that says Sabroso? Shiroso? Shabroso? Bowser, what are you trying to say? Knock it off. Ellie agrees. Oh God, big my heart. Oh Jesus. Oh. Welcome back. Color Code Cove. Code. Good news. They named a level after you. I've got no idea how they knew your surname was Color, but you can do really wacky things with technology these days. Hi, honey. Hey, welcome back. Whoa. Thank you for the bits. Yeah, it was a very exciting moment. You missed it. I was celebrating really hard.
Also congrats for beating that level 3-9 ham.
Appreciate it, yeah, thank you. It was a stellar moment for me. We've never made it this far. I'm dying to see what Color Code Cove looks like. Ooh. I don't know where he gets all of the music from, but like this is the first one. In the second one, he gets a lot more, like, you can tell he has more technical know-how. He's like recoloring things, and the whole like aesthetics of the level look different. He's plugging in like really cool music and stuff. The second one, like I said earlier, there's a level where it's like all black with like colored outlines, which looks amazing. And there's an underground one that I'm really fond of where everything's like a dark blue, purple. He really put in the extra work on the second one. I've seen it be played, I've never played it. Alright. Oh, this is lovely. What's over here? Dying. Okay. This is... I'm already a fan of this level. Forgot to... Okay, so what it is the last level, if you're holding run when you start the last level, you immediately die. You automatically die. So I've just gotten in the habit where when I die, I let go of the run button. And this is the opposite. This one we have to hold on to the run button. Oh, muscle memory. I tell you, spend too long on a level, it's rough. It looks really good. Like, it looks really good. I just, I'm the kind of person, familiarities, I'm a big fan of familiar. I play the same games I know I enjoy over and over again, and it's something I've been trying to get better about, because there's a lot of fun stuff out there. I mean, it does look really good, though. And you say, yeah, puzzle platformer. It's interesting looking, because it's like very simple, but it's a simple game themed around a very specific mechanic, and they just had so much fun with it, because I have seen a good bit of it. Darn. That's just nerves. Alright. Dicey dungeons. I'm not sure why, but that's giving me the vibe of one of those really awful idle games, and I don't know why. Oh, there's an idle game called, like, Dice something, that's why. Idle game flashbacks. The good news is, now that we're back to regular levels... Oh, you can't pass through the bone. I was planning on going under. Right. Right. Oh, okay, gotcha. So it's like Jambi was doing Slay the Spire, and that's cards. So just like card-based roguelike. Okay. That sounds fun. You know, I'm all about roguelikes. My problem is I get addicted to them too easily. So that's concerning. Whip! Wait, hold on. Where do you go from there? It indicated a spin jump. Does it want me to go back to the left? Oh my god. I think it does. Because there's nothing else to spin jump besides, like, it would want me to go back to the piranha plant and then go over it, and then the Koopa would be far enough along where I could just jump on him. If that's what it wants me to do, that is evil. In the best way. Lava. If we don't get any further today, I'm happy about it. That was like... That was our wall last stream. I spent like several hours on that level, and I just could not do it. Hi, Ellie. Hi. Hold on. She's being sweet. So I'm just thrilled about that. We made progress. Hi. Come here. Come here, sweetie. I know. Unhook from my coat, man. Let go. Hi. Love you, Ellie. Sweetie. All right, back at it. I've been enjoying this level, but yeah, like, cause it is a thing. And while these are really fun and well designed, ooh, you could hear her.
Oh boy,
really.
I got a phone call and I come back to so much purring. 3-9 love.
Thank you for the bits, Big. And they are really cute. I'm surprised you could hear her purring because I was kind of like further away than usual. There was a good bit of distance between her and the microphone, but she is a very loud purr. So I'm actually surprised you were able to hear her that time. She's a sweetheart. I love her. That can't be what it wants me to do. Hold on. No. I know what it wants me to do. Right. That's so much more straightforward. Okay. Does it show up on the OBS? Okay. So that gray platform, it pokes out to the right there. I land on the left side, do a spin jump, land on the right side. It'll fall, and where that yellow coin is, that's where I jump off to land on that Koopa. That's what it wants me to do. Now that I know, okay, that's the first step, figuring out what it wants you to do. She's a very loud purr. She's just so... it's hard to think of the right word for it. Passionate, vibrant. She gets really excited by stuff. If she's gonna snuggle you, it will be 100% snuggle. If she's gonna play, it is just 100% play mode. If there's anything going on, she's got to run over and check it out and see what's happening. She needs to be in the middle of the action, and there's always just something she needs to do. For her, life is just a giant adventure, and she's excited about all of it. That's probably a good way to describe it. She gets excited very easily, and she purrs very loudly when she is. Oftentimes, I'll be laying in bed, derping around, doing whatever. Right. That is why it wants you to do a spin jump. I was so worried about not making it to the gray platform, I kind of just bailed out once we did. Alright. But I'll be laying there, and I hear just like thunderous purring, and I look over and she's just staring at me purring because they do that when they're excited and when they want something. So I can tell that she was like looking at me, wanting to be pet. So badly, she was just like purring. Oh, I love her so much. I can always tell when she wants me to pet her because she'll just start purring really loudly. That was dumb of me. Right. That is interesting. Like if you were able to hear that with her that far away, like, yeah, that's actually really interesting. Because I really do want you guys to get a full grasp of how loud she purrs. It's atrocious. She rumble. Oh, hold on. Oh, there was that thing I forgot how to do. The regrab. No, hold on. Regrab? Yeah, regrab. It's a way to fall faster, I think. Or slower. One or the other. How did I do that last time? Because I was doing that on the first level to get past the beginning bit. At least stop. Alright. If we get through this, though, I really would like to go back to Quickie World 2, because I got a few levels into that, and that was a blast. It was so much fun. And then, who knows, if we ever beat both of these, maybe we can graduate to some more difficult Kaizos. Maybe. Probably not. One step at a time. We have to beat this level first. Which, as of right now, is still up in the air. I'm. That's what I mean. I get too worked up, and I need to like take a breath and calm down. Otherwise, I start screwing up jumps. I start jumping too early. All right. I was just curious to see if I could jump back into the pipe if it led anywhere. Sometimes they have secret areas in these, stuff like that. You go back into the pipe and there's just like a picture of some guy that the creator knew. So I'm not sure how long that took me to get through that level, but hour and some change. I think it was like, what was it, like an hour 10? But I also ramble for a few minutes at the beginning of these, so like close to an hour. That's still really, like, I'm actually really happy about that time. Because like I said, last time I did this, I was doing this for several hours. Like I remember doing this for at least 7, like minimum. I could not beat that. Could not beat that level. Apologize, I'm dizzy. Alright. And not sleeping a lot. Which kind of makes this whole thing a lot more impressive, I think. Very tired, very dizzy. Landed on it, I pushed the button, but maybe like I pushed it a moment too soon, or I don't know. Maybe I didn't contact the platform early, like soon enough still. But that's that. I mean, that is technically progress. We've made progress. I don't get. Well, I'm not gonna say I never get flustered, because you've been there for my hurting videos. It happens sometimes. By and large, I like to think I'm cool, calm, and collected, or at the very least, collected. Not cool. Certainly not calm, at least on the inside. Never calm on the inside. Oh God, no. Oh. I just didn't recognize that wasn't a semi-solid. I tried jumping through it. I was very confused as to why that coin was there. That coin's to indicate at what point you jump. So we just gotta go around, and there's the checkpoint. That's what I mean. These levels are very, very short. That's why it's called Quickie World. They're very small segments. But that's the halfway point. We touched that, we're there. We were just one jump away. mostly that was just me not knowing what the game wanted me to do until it was too late. So let's just do that again. Not on the first try. I've got to pace myself. We gotta spread this into a whole stream, right? If I beat it immediately, I'd have to sign off. We can't do that. Contractual obligations. I gotta stream, you know. Nailed it. First try. Perfect. Oops. There's one level in Quickie World 2 that is just a monster. It is... So yeah, I think I'm pushing jump just slightly too early. And that's why he's not jumping off of there. I'm not sure exactly at what point he's contacting that thing, because the way it falls as fast as it does, it's very hard to tell. Because its fall speed is Mario's fall speed. So I'm hoping I'm contacting it, but I very well could be just trailing it by a couple pixels. Either way, I know I haven't been jumping off of it. So there's a reason for that. I'm assuming maybe I'm just like not quite touching it. Just close. But that's the thing, that's the last difficult jump. Now that we know, if I can bounce off that Koopa again, I'm pretty confident I can go the rest of the way. Because that last jump doesn't seem, I mean, not as hard as a lot of this is, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be an easy jump, but, I mean, comparatively. We can do this, you guys. I believe in us. And hopefully you also believe in us. Oh my. Alright, that was, yeah. I had to pull back because I was about to shoot over, and I did pull back enough to bonk off of him, but then all of my momentum was gone and it didn't matter. Right. It's okay. Whip. I contacted it. I was so certain I was going too slow. You know when you're playing a game and you're so certain you're about to die, you just stop playing. So then when you don't die, you do die. It was that instance. But we did land on it. I just stopped pushing buttons because I had assumed we were dead. Right. We have gazed upon the checkpoint, though, and that is wonderful. Filled with determination. Wait. Why is this called Color Code Cove? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it. That's the name of this level. Color Code Cove. That is a very tight jump. That is very, you get just a moment to jump off of that platform when you land back on it. And I never expect to land on it, so it's like, if I do, I'm not ready. I've got to start having the mindset of thinking it's going to succeed even if it doesn't. Worst case scenario, I'm still in gamer mode when he dies, and it beats the alternative, landing on it for once and then giving up. Right? Yeah, we'll be alright. Whip, okay, well, we'll be alright. Alright. Be alright. Not quite. That is close though. Got past the part we've been struggling on. So it means we are getting better at it. A little bit at a time. Tiny, tiny bit at a time. Practice. If you keep getting better, even if it takes a long time, eventually you'll get there. That was so perfect. Oh. Yeah, if we're gonna do this deathless, we gotta be able to do it regular first, right? Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna work, but like that's what I mean. Like you can't just give up. What if you're wrong about dying? All right. That was it. I just stopped holding the jump button for whatever reason. I'm spacing out. I'm very tired. I got a combined total of 5 hours the last 2 nights combined. Of sleep. Yes, that one. So my brain's just, I'm trying to get my brain to focus. It's not much more difficult than when I stream with those sleeping pills. It actually feels very similar. It's just I'm the first to admit that those sleeping pills make this whole thing more difficult. So it's like the same handicap I usually have. Well, not. Alright, cool. So now that we hit the checkpoint, there's no lives. We've locked it in. We never have to do that again. So like that's what I mean. Essentially, that's the end of a level, and this is a different one. It's just levels. They're like grouped by theme, you know. Hold on. What is this? Okay, though. There you go. Wait. Hold on. Okay, that's why it's color code Cove. What do you mean? What do you want me to do? This is very weird. I'm surprised I pulled off that first jump. Actually, I wasn't expecting to. What do you intend me to do, game? So, okay, so green shell. Can you only hit the green block with the green shell and like the red block with red shell? Is that what it's asking me to do? How do you get up there? No. I know what it wants me to do. I refuse to believe it's asking me to do a shell jump there. I can't accept that. I'll cry. Of all of the me getting slightly better at this over time, shell jumps are my weakness. I cannot do shell jumps. I mean, that was actually a pretty good shell jump. Okay, never mind. Well, I mean, obviously not very good, but it was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Alright, well, I mean, yeah, it's going to be difficult, but I guess that's the name of the game. This jump here, though, this is very mean. Like, look at that. That's a case of me panicking. Well, that's me panicking, and I keep looking at that red shell in the next section, and in my brain, I know I don't know what comes next. So even if I got that far, I would have to be like in a hurry to figure it out on the spot, and that's causing more panic than anything. Knowing that I'm gonna have to figure out what comes next really quickly. I just keep like screwing that up. Alright. Actually, oh my goodness, that is so cool. Hold on. So it was like an hour and some change for that one, which is really interesting actually. So like last stream we did 5, and we averaged 30 minutes a level, like consistently. This one, we just got to this checkpoint. 30 minutes. Last one is a double level. An hour. 30-30. That is weird that it's that consistent. It's actually really cool. I think it's cool. Alright. So the issue here is I keep contacting that gray block and it cancels all of my vertical or horizontal momentum. I just fall directly down. But I also can't jump too far to the right because otherwise you can't pull that off either. Just very precise. That's just me not being able to jump off of a platform. That's frustrating. You know what I'm looking forward to the most? Seeing what that Bowser fight's gonna be like. I'm excited about that. Why would you ever do that? The game marks where you're supposed to let go of him. That green coin, that's where you're supposed to let go. I just panic. Right. Take a breath, be alright. I am just very bad at shell jumps and I'm psyching myself out because I know I'm bad at shell jumps. And all that extra knowledge is making this even more difficult. Like, you know you're bad at something, and that knowledge makes you worse at it. Oh, that was so close. Okay, yeah, if I take a breath and I calm down, throw it when I'm supposed to throw it. Like, the timing on that was actually about perfect. I think I was just slightly too far to the right, is what happened. I was just slightly too far to the right. I think, yeah, it's like it hiccups. Because I know for a fact I've been pushing jump before he hits the lava. It's just like it doesn't go. So it's just really, I don't know enough about this to tell you what's happening, but I wish I was more knowledgeable about this. It'd probably make a lot of this a lot easier. That is wonderful. Happy day. Souffle day. Happy souffle day. Yep, that was way wrong. That was early and too far to the right. The thing is, I'm having to cover the distance, so I'm running to the right. And when I do that, I have to actually stay mostly neutral horizontally to pull off that shell jump. Yeah, that was it. You've seen that. If you didn't see it, it's going to be in the VOD. It hiccups. Like, once you hit that coin, it just stops for just a moment. Or, like, I think what's happening is the platform doesn't stop, but Mario stops for just a fraction of a second. So at that moment, the platform pulls away from him for just the briefest amount of time. And it doesn't read your jump because you're in the middle of the air. I'm willing to bet money that's what's happening, because that was very, like, I watched it happen that time. This is very interesting to me. That just sucks because that coin is the indicator that lets you know when you're supposed to jump. And that's the point where it hiccups. Okay. We're getting there. So I've got to assume it's a similar setup next time. I just have to do my best. I mean, jump on that gray one, right down, jump to the right, let go of the red shell when it tells you to. I'm very bad at, like, processing new level on the spot. So the first attempt is absolutely just going to be a really quick death every time we get a little bit further. That's alright. It's bad at that. My reflexes are garbage. I was impressed we pulled off this jump here the first try though. That was fun. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, very dizzy. Okay. I don't know, I may need to go sleep actually. I don't know. I don't know. It's 2021. Do people still sleep? I gotta think they don't. I don't. Alright, well. Yeah. Being tired's not the problem. I'm just very dizzy right now. Yeah, like I said, I was actually thinking about that last night. I was having visions of all of us building small homes in the general vicinity of each other, like having all of our homes like attached to each other. It's sort of like a conglomeration. Because I don't know what kind of stuff you get up to in Minecraft, but that's what I was visualizing. Each of us making a dwelling, connecting them. Alright, pulled that off, but like the height I got, I wouldn't have cleared that muncher anyway. So that still wasn't good. Like I pulled off the shell jump, but I did it in such a way where it wouldn't have mattered anyway. I wasn't high enough when I did it. Alright, well, I mean, progress is progress. We jumped on the shell. So I'm going to accept that as a positive. You get through these by baby steps, you really do. You figure out one part, get to the next part. Figure out that part, get to the next part. Yeah, if we can get a Minecraft server going, like I said, I know some people have asked before about it. What it is, I'm waiting too long to jump off this second gray platform. That's what's happening. Yeah, I need to get quicker at that. It's just that when it pauses with that coin, that's really messing me up. Alright. So I'm jumping later off that one, and I think I should be also. Because the ceiling's not danger. I can probably jump off that earlier than I have been. Probably. But no, yeah, a few people in the hive have been... Yeah, see, there we go. And it rebounded once before I bounced off of it, so that's why that happened. So I bounced off of it, but it was a fluke, because it was just on the rebound, right? We'll get better at it. We will get better. Progress. Way too far to the left, though. That is me being way too far to the left. Yep. Alright. I think that'd be a lot of fun doing a Minecraft server. That is, takes a bit of doing, and in my heart, if we decide to do that and like 2 people showed up, it would probably make me very sad. And like, you know, you can't force people to be into stuff, but I gotta be carefully excited about it, anything we do. Because if I get all excited about it and I find out everyone else doesn't want to do it, then that's going to be very sad for me. So I'm just kind of like sitting back, and I kind of want to gauge excitement for it to see if anyone else wants to do it. Right? I am still screwing this up tremendously. Yeah, I keep fidgeting in the air instead of... I'm trying to get him perfectly aligned before I let go of it, and because of that I'm way too late. I've got to just commit and run over there and throw the shell. It's my issue. I fidget with Mario when he's in the air so much, it just screws me over every time. I get nervous and I want to make sure he's like perfect. Yeah, if you have that much horizontal speed, it's just like, well, do I need to land on that platform further to the right? I mean, if I would have realigned there, well, I'm very bad at shell jumps. I'm very bad at shell jumps. And that's the thing. So many of these Kaizo hacks just require them. Like a lot of them. Oftentimes 2 in a row. I gotta be able to do this. That was a lot closer. And that was definitely the height I needed. Even closer. We're getting there. We're getting that. Every time I fail at it, you know, I just get a little more practice, a little more practice. We're going to get there. It is a thing I'm admittedly bad at, so this is, if this takes longer than usual, I'm not surprised. It's just, you know, you got to learn eventually. This is how you learn. It's just, yeah, I get the height I need. I'm not far enough to the right. If I'm far enough to the right, I'm too low. I can't seem to do both at the same time. Just very precise. Alright. We did grab the red shell at one point, though, so that's like... Man, alright. It's me letting go of it way too late. That's what's causing that. Way too early. You like to mix it up a little bit. Right. It certainly doesn't help that I'm just finding it very hard to stay awake. Very hard, actually. I kind of feel like we're just throwing bodies at the wall right now because I don't think in my current state I have the reflexes needed for this. I recognize... Grabbed it twice. Okay, so what it is I do need to jump off this first one later. Because when I bonk my head off of that bone, I land on the second gray platform way too far to the left. I just need to ride the left one down further. And this should be a lot easier, because then the gray platform won't fall as fast, and I could stand to land further to the right. Yeah, let's try that. It's just that hiccup that's been an issue, but... Alright, we'll see. I want to see how late I can go. Like, because as long as it's not in the lava, that should be doable. Like, I think the later the better. But it does that. I hate that. I hate that so much. That wasn't much better, though. Like, that's the thing. Trying new stuff, you're only going to get like the tiniest hair difference because of how precise this is. If you try something new, it's only going to change things just slightly, and that is usually what it takes, but like, you're not going to get a world of difference between your different strategies. I gotta be able to look at the game. Okay, there we go, thank you. Ooh, just refusing to... Hold on. Like a camera refusing to focus. Oh my god. My eyes were just refusing to lock onto the screen. They were sliding off. Alright, that was very disorienting. Ooh. Oh, that was very close. Very close. Okay. it's gross how it does that, because like if you were just watching this, you wouldn't even know it's doing it. I promise when it's about in the lava, it separates from, you see how it pulls away. So if it doesn't even have to be in the lava, if it's like a block away from the lava, it seems to just pull away. So if it's within a block of the lava, the platform's going to kill you. So you have to jump off of it before that hiccup. There's no after that, you just have to. Okay, alright. Well, I mean, we're back where we started, if nothing else. And we eliminated that as an option. So you like to eliminate options. Because if you eliminate everything but one option, even if that option's very difficult, at least you know that's the way it's intended to happen. And you can just, you know that's how it's supposed to be done. Versus, it sucks when you're doing attempt after attempt and you don't even know if you're trying the right thing. Alright. Hold on, Miles is yelling at me. Sweetheart. Cutie bug. All right. Apologize. I just kind of stopped playing for a while to love on Miles. He makes me happy, and he wants snuggles. So, you know. Spend time with your kids, yeah. I love him. I love him dearly. And we're celebrating. We made it past that level, and we got halfway into this one. So like I said, even if that's as far as we get, that is tremendous for us. That's actually not even that bad at all. I've got to assume I nailed that red one there just as a fluke, but we did. First try. So either it's not that hard or I got very lucky there. And this part here, I just kind of, my brain stopped working. Okay, cool. See, the power of Miles snuggles. I'll do it. And if, hi. Are you okay? Are you sure this is necessary? Because you're on, okay, well. Hi. Oh, sweetie, I know. You weren't done cuddling, I got you, I understand. You sweetheart.
lay down, please. Love you, bye-bye.
Alright. Alright. Miles, please go lay down. Come on. Go. Go lay down. Alright. I was about to sign off, but I mean, we just made that progress. I gotta think that's near the end. That's just maybe the worst shell jump I've done this whole time. Oh, right. My brain's just deactivating, so this is making this very difficult. That was very close. Like the tiniest bit too late, maybe. Because if it passes through him, that either means I threw it a tiny bit too late or I was too close to the wall. And the way that shell is there, I gotta think that's a good indicator for how far away I should be from the wall. And it's very close, right? Probably just a timing issue. Yeah. And that, like, see that I threw it when I was further left. Right. And it was, yeah, okay. That's the thing, I'm starting to see a little bit, I guess. But yeah, like, look at that, that was disgusting. I still can't do it, though, like. I'm starting to sparse together what I'm doing wrong every time. I just have no way to fix it. Like, I can't seem to do it right. I know what I'm doing wrong, but I can't seem to correct it. Practice, I guess, it's just muscle memory. I've heard people say that they just started doing so many shell jumps that eventually they just kind of... I keep doing it that exact same way, and it's very bad. Okay, alright. Yeah, they just say they did so many shell jumps, they just, Let go a bit too far to the right, I believe. Maybe. Probably, I think, actually. Ooh. Ouch. If you're playing along at home, that's a shot of hot sauce for every death, so I hope you've been playing along. This stream's sponsored by Tapatio, the best of all of the store brand hot sauces. Fight me about it, it's true. I say store brand, there's higher end ones, but like the staple ones that you'll usually bump into all throughout the country, you know what I mean? Way too late. It's just, I'm not getting... It's taking me so long to get that far to the right. I am letting go of it way the wrong time. It's an issue of me not being able to get far enough right quick enough. So I really should be just like hammering right. But I'm not. I'm fidgeting and I'm making tiny adjustments and screwing me up. There we go. That's closer anyway. More like that, because that was closer. Alright. If nothing else, we figured out why it's called Color Code Cove. So that's fun. You like alliteration. Try to. Alright. I'm... Oh God, I hate shell. That was the opposite. Okay, so that's actually, that's refreshing. Up until now, I've been letting go of it, like, way late. And that was actually early, I believe, but I lined him up right. So I got there, I just overcompensated, which is honestly an okay problem to have, because if I made a mistake on both sides, then see, there you go, that was actually extremely close. If you make a mistake on both sides of the timing issue, then you know you just need to dial it in. If you can do the thing too fast and too slow, then you're capable of doing it at the right time, right? If you can only do it too slow, then that's an issue, because you just aren't able to do it fast enough. And that's not the thing, it's just a timing thing, yeah? In my heart, I felt that was right. They are getting close. Those last couple were really nice. Him getting clobbered by that shell, that means we're getting very close. Like, that is, yeah, like that sucked. If the shell's hitting us, that means that we're actually very near what we need to do, we're just slightly off. You must have to throw that, like... That was way too soon, wasn't it? Or no, hold on. I don't actually... Way too late? Yeah, right? Oh my god, I don't know. That's actually frustrating. Like, dying at a part's one thing, but dying and not being able to figure out what you did wrong, that's just a wasted attempt. We'll get there. We'll be alright. We've overcome every obstacle so far. Perseverance. I think I just gotta let go of that red shell much earlier than I thought I did. Like, let go of it as soon as we're horizontal with those munchers. So I don't drop it on them, I kind of just throw it over them. Oh, Jesus. Hey, welcome back. Hey. Fantastic. Did you get him to tell you where he keeps his gold? Pretty sure that's a plumber thing, right? Secret stashes of gold. If you trap them, you can force them to tell you where it's hidden, right? It's either plumbers or leprechauns. Could be both, I suppose. Guess it depends on the plumber. Whip, 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 whip. I get so few attempts at the red shell, I just, that was way off. Didn't seem to get the height I needed for it. Jump too late, maybe? Well, that's not good either. That's the opposite of gold. Huh. It is so finicky with that shell jump. Every time I do manage to go up and grab that red shell, I'm never prepared for it. That's what I mean, like, you go one step at a time. If we do this enough, eventually we'll get comfortable doing the green shell, and then we'll be able to practice the red one more, and then we'll get comfortable with that, and we'll be able to practice the next one. And it very much is one step at a time. It's very tempting to blow through several obstacles all at once, and that is doable, but a lot of this comes down to just practicing one jump until you're good at it, then the next jump until you're good at it, and then just... So we'll get there. I gotta believe we'll get there. We have done, like, I've grabbed that red shell several times now, and we've been pulling off some, like not consistently, but some green shell jumps. Considering going in, I've never done a shell jump in my life. Way too far left. Way too far left. Ouch.
He wouldn't divulge his plumber secrets, so no gold.
That is very unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe next time. Just, your wife, honey, why do we have 6 toilets all of a sudden? You just keep calling the plumber back. You're just determined to get that gold. We will install as many toilets as we need. And ironically, you spent more money on toilets than the gold was actually worth. So, you know. On the opposite end of things, the plumber just thinks you're a weirdo. He's like, this guy has had me install 6 toilets over the course of 2 days. What is happening? Alright, I've just been focusing so much on getting him stabilized. I don't hold right long enough. So I've always just been too far away from that right wall. And that's been screwing me up over and over and over again. I need to wait longer before I throw it. You let go of it too far left, you're just not going to get it. Like by a mile, not going to get it. I don't know if I said this. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. My mind's not all here right now. Don't know what caused that to happen. That was weird. Actually, hold on. Let me see something. We're going to do a science real quick. Whoop. If I can grab this shell. Okay, never mind. Because just a second ago, it kind of just like slipped out of my hands and I don't know why. I was assuming that when the platform hiccups like it does, if the shell was touching the wall for some reason it would do that, but I don't know. Don't know. Weird stuff. So that doesn't make sense to me either, but it had to have been something. And now we can't even get past. I did say my brain is slowly shutting down, so I'm getting worse and worse. I can't even get this green shell anymore. Oh god. Oh yeah. This is just. We got so far. We were nearly there. We got so far. What? That's a little frustrating because we only got there once and I've got zero clue what that even is. Like, if I got there again, I still wouldn't know what to do. That's a little frustrating. I could get there several times, I still wouldn't know what to do. So what is that? Oh, hold on. That. Wait, no, hold on. What? That. It seems way too far up there because up until now it's like that coin would indicate where I let go. And the block indicates where the shell would hit. But that was way too far up there, right? Or am I just like. If I really hurried, could I have jumped off the gray platform and made it? I mean, I suppose. The thing is, when you're doing save states, you're having to use both hands on the controller. So the only way to make save states is if you pause the game and then do it. But then your save state's going to be in the middle of a pause and you're going to be expected to unpause and then do whatever you're doing. And the button inputs for this are so precise that would make it more difficult. Like, that'd be very rough. Besides the fact that you can get through one jump here and be screwed for the next jump because you didn't do the first one the right way. So like, let's say we pull off that green shell jump and I do make a good save state. We could have done it in such a way where no matter what I do now, we still can't get past the red shell part. It's like that. That's why you got, like, it's very easy to make a save state that's just doomed. It's a doomed save state. There's nothing you can do to save it. This thing is, yeah. It's alright. Like, the levels here are so short. That's why I wanted to do this one in the first place. It's very manageable. There's only a few obstacles per level. Love that. Still not good at it, but I love it. Alright. Oh, the last few have been really close. I think I let go slightly too late. Maybe? I think. I at this point, I don't even know anymore. I don't know. Too far left. If nothing else, the indicators for this game are really, really well done. Because you'll see, like, coins. The green coin tells you when to let go of the green shell. The yellow coin lets you know when to jump. The green block lets you know where to throw the shell. Like, it's all marked for you. Like, it lets you know exactly what you need to do. Love that. Got nervous. Panicked. Alright. If nothing else, I've realized that that red part is much easier than I thought it was. I was just throwing it too late. Ah, I was dumb. This is, I mean, this is a world easier than most of them. They're disgusting. They really are. Like, they're usually like multiple times this length without a checkpoint, and more difficult somehow. This one is like, I'm not trying to, like, I've got no reason, like, I'm not being promoted by Kaizo or anything. I've got no reason to like make them sound more difficult than they actually are, but they're very difficult. This one is often branded as like a starter Kaizo. You get into this one as like a starting point, and then you go from here. That's why I started this one first. I'm a little embarrassed actually, because like, yeah, I'm happy with like beating these levels. I'm very happy being able to pull it off. But knowing that like this is like the easiest one, you know, it'll be alright. It's still an accomplishment, right? One step at a time. We'll do this one, and then we'll do another one, and we'll get there. My first Kaizo, that is accurate. For whatever reason, I decided not to run. Curious as to why. Don't know. I mean, we did that twice in a row though, didn't we? Or there might have been one death between, I don't know. But we got there twice in a small amount of time, right? Just threw it the tiniest bit too late, I believe. That hiccup. That hiccup. Whoa! My finger slipped off the button. That's alright. Be alright. I don't know what I was thinking there. I started spacing out. Okay, I need to focus. You gotta concentrate. Alright. Alright. It's the not sleeping, it's catching up with me. Right. Don't do that. Don't do that. Right. Gross. I mean, this beginning part I'm doing slightly better at. Still dying a lot, but there is a noticeable difference. Yeah, like I can bounce on it now. It's just like they're not great, but they are shell jumps. And that's the first step. Doing it badly is the first step. After not being able to do it, you can't do it, and then you do it badly, and then you do it a little bit better, and then you're good at it. Or something. I don't know. There's probably more steps than that, right? Ouch. But either way, that's what I mean. Too far left. Otherwise, that was a very nice shell jump, actually. I was just way too far left. So it wasn't a nice shell jump, but timing-wise, anyway. Keep screwing that up the same way every time, so it's frustrating. But we have been getting there several times now. absolutely progress. Because up until recently, we were just like fumbling with the green shell for a while, like a long while. The distracting part is once I get back to that last bit I made it to, I'm still not 100% sure that's what it wants me to do. Maybe? I don't know. It's like, that's the thing. It's green shell, green block, red shell, red block. At that point you have a blue shell, and it's not like the same, like it was a very light blue is why it threw me off. I had assumed the block and the shell would be the same color, and I guess they're both blue, but the block of the shell is like a dark blue and the block is a light blue, so it confused me. Like I was thinking maybe that was for a different shell. I don't know. I was just, it was new and strange and I panicked, right? Either way, it was so far up there I wasn't going to do it anyway. If I did know what to do, I got to think I was too low. That's the thing. If we can get this well enough where we can consistently get to the red part, then I'm fine with that. Like, I would love the opportunity to grind out some attempts with the red shell, and eventually we'll get that too, because it's not nearly as bad as the green one. Still dying to it a lot, but like, you have to consider that the number of attempts we get with the green one versus the red one. The green one, we've had so many more attempts and we're still fumbling with it, versus the red one. Our success rate with the red one, failed attempts and successful attempts, it's actually kind of nice. The green one, we oh god, we fail with the green one a lot more. It just seems like it because I'm never able to do the red one. So the few ones that we get to do, they stand out more. And those are the ones I don't have practice on. Gotta focus, okay. Right. I mean, that is borderline foul, that jump, because that is what it wants you to do. I was way too close to the wall, and I knew that, but we did just get confirmation that's what it wants me to do. And it does mark where you're supposed to throw. I was way too close to the wall, but like, that's a doozy of a shell jump. To make it, like, I mean, specifically to make it from there to that great platform, because that's going to be a lot of distance to cover. So like, we kind of want a little bit of right momentum when we bounce off the shell, otherwise I don't know if that's going to be doable. That is very, that's going to be something. Well, right, every bit helps. Every death helps, it absolutely does. And like that, I didn't get to grab the blue shell, I missed it. But we did just do the red one twice in a row. So like, if you go back to when we first started doing this, I'm making tremendous progress. We're just not there yet. And that was an instance of me thinking I failed, so I stopped playing. Okay. We're gonna get there. Like, if you look at how I'm doing this now versus when we first started, yeah, we're doing better. It's just, like, very difficult. But better. A little bit. I say, and then we're never able to pull off the green shell jump again, because that's how the universe works. Ah, that was closer. That was, that was actually, that's very exciting. All right, let's continue. Miles? Miles, no. Miles, I love you so much. Hi. Hi. Can't be mad at him. I refuse. Right. Sweetheart. He gets on my nerves sometimes, but if all he wants is to snuggle and for me to love on him, like, I refuse. I refuse to be mad at him for that. It is frustrating, but yeah, he's a sweetheart. That's what they do. All right, this is exciting. I used to have a shirt I had to throw. It was like blue tie-dye, and it had a kitten on the front, and it said "Hug Life," which is very accurate. Kind of. I don't know. I do like cats. I remember hugs being nice. Thing is, it's just the difference between a successful shell jump and a bad one is very little, and I'm not nearly good enough to be that precise yet. I mean, practice. Owen Miles, good morning. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope your morning's going well for you. Mario died. That's too bad. Oop. All right. And now, yeah, and then I just relapse where I can't even do this first jump. It goes in waves. I'll either have a bout where I'm not able to do this first jump, or do a couple in a row where I get to the red shell. It just back and forth. Cat status. I was just loving on Miles. He jumped on my desk and killed me. So I snuggled on him for a bit, and then, so now that that's done, he kind of migrated over to the top of my dresser and he's staring at me. Oh, Ellie is curled up in the cat carrier directly behind me. And Bella, last I seen, she was laying on my mom's lap downstairs. But also, it sounds like they're doing breakfast, so she very well, this time of day, Bella likes to lay in the sun that comes through the dining room window and just lay there. So I think she's there. Let me double check. Well, yeah, let me double check. Cat status. Ooh. See, I was about to give you incorrect information for cat status, and I would have never forgave myself. She is downstairs, but she's in this rocking chair that she really enjoys. There's a yarn blanket on there that's very warm, and lately she's been really enjoying that. That red shell's been getting us, yeah, but for a long time we couldn't get to that red shell, like at all. So, one step at a time, right? And we even hit that blue shell block twice. It wasn't ideal, but we did it. That was... My fingers slipped off the jump button. That was... Oh, God, that would have been it. I mean, well, you know, we probably still wouldn't have done it, but I would have pulled off that red shell jump, right? That's the motivation I need. Unfortunate.
Gotta go to work. See you around 39 Hamp 39 Hamp.
Appreciate you, Big. Hope you have a great day at work. Good friend that you are. I appreciate you. Thank you for the bits. Alright, well. Okay. I kind of do want to come back to this once my brain is actually functioning. I'm fighting with it right now as I'm trying to do this. That's very not great. At the same time, I don't want to have to, like... I'm worried if I stop now and I come back later, I'll have to, like, rebuild back up all of this. I mean, I don't think that's true either. Because when I started this game back up from, like, several months ago, I played much better, just, like, right out the gate. So, it probably would do me a world of good just to get some sleep. It's just we made it so far. Why did it have to be shell jumps? Of all the things it could have been. I'm so bad at shell jumps. I mean, before this, I really, I don't know what causes it to do that sometimes. It's like he hit something. I'm telling you, this platform is just really weird. It does this hiccup at the bottom, and it also, like, just knocks the shell out of my hand sometimes. Well, that's the third time we got that far. And it's like urging me to keep going. You get that close, you just want to give another try right away. But at the same time, my brain's just getting, like, sloppier and sloppier. It's adorable. Hold on. I've actually got my own flip command. No one ever uses it, but I've got it. Like, I forgot about it until you just did that. Close. it's just very conflicting because we got that far a few times and I know that's the end of the level. And I don't want to like lose this, whatever we've been building up here. I just... Yeah, I probably should. I was actually about to sign off anyway. I am going to go hydrate, but I'm also going to refund your points because I actually think it's probably time for me to sign off. I appreciate you. My brain's shutting off, and if I just keep doing this, it's not going to do me any good. Appreciate you, Owen Miles. I'm about to go get some water, though. It is important to hydrate. But allow me to refund your business for that. Cool. Alright. Appreciate you. You're good for keeping me company, alright. Yeah, like, I think once we get back into it, I've done this enough times, I feel like once we get back into this refresh to get some proper sleep, I can't even, like, get my eyes to stay focused on the screen. They keep sliding around. It's very disorienting. And we're going to get this. It's just going to take one good attempt, really. Like, we got to that last bit 3 times. The second time was very close. I gotta think we can do this. We'll save that for next time. Alright. Appreciate you guys, I really do. You're all wonderful. I've been having a lot of fun doing this. I don't know how exciting it is to watch me fall into lava over and over and over again, but I've been having a good time. And we made a lot of progress today. Level 6 we beat, finally. Alright. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go hydrate and then collapse because I'm very dizzy. Okay. Anywho. Summarize. Yes. I appreciate you guys. Take care of yourselves. I'm sure I'll see you around if I'm lucky. And until then, yeah. Be kind and stay hydrated.